Okay, just quick little insert here before actually getting on with the episode. You're gonna hear me say it's episode 4, but, you know, this is me after the fact. It's episode 5 of Write With Me. I don't know why I said 4. Think I was thinking of a different thing I was working on that I was on episode 3. Unless it was just because 3 was the last one I actually filmed like this. And 4 was just all audio. So this is episode 5, not episode 4. Just throwing that out there. Okay, now on to the video. Okay, so it is episode, I think, 4. I don't know why I looked at my watch to tell what episode of Write With Me this is, but welcome to another vlog, another writing vlog. Again, I am taking you guys along with me on my writing journey through my various projects, and yeah, so this is episode 4 of Write With Me. It is 2024. It is officially, well, day 4 of 2024. And my stomach apparently wants to be a guest speaker. I hope you guys can't hear that. I definitely can. But so far, day 4, we are off to a decent start. I have updated my author site and am working on a new one, which will be attached more to my author email. But for now, my original one is still going to be up and running. The other one is very much still in the works. But I've updated my current author site and am working on what will be the new one. Granted, they are both going to be free Wix sites, but because the other one's tied to my writing email, it will have the author email as the title, and it'll just be Return to Writing and not my name with Return to Writing and all of that. So yeah, no. Right now I am currently just going back and forth between the old site and the new one, just seeing what I like from one and what I don't like in the other one. I found a layout that I like, but it's also a blog site, so I have to update the blog. But yeah, so far I'd say it's a productive morning. So this is what my site currently looks like. I didn't realize for the longest time that this said sit, so it was author sit of instead of author site, but you know, right now this is what my site looks like. Lovely, beautiful. But I also updated this so the collectors is no longer there, and it is Hidden Magic, a rework of the collectors, where it's going to be a trilogy. It is no longer following the character Alistair. He has basically been nixed and reworked and is now Claire. Don't ask. The name is sticking, despite the fact that all I can think of is that meme from, what was it, Aquamarine? I don't think it was Aquamarine. It was an old decom. But the whole Claire, the condensation, that meme keeps popping into my head, but hopefully the story will be good enough to completely nix that meme from my mind. So I made a temporary cover for this in Canva. This isn't going to be the final cover. This is just what's here for the site. Okay, I know I'm the worst when it comes to filming vlogs, because A, I still look at the screen more than the camera, and B, I don't really go much else, because this is my space in the house, and this is mostly where I write. It's mostly where I essentially work. But it is later in the day. It's 2:36. Yeah, 2:36. I have gotten a bit more writing in on the rework of my book, The Collectors, which is now Hidden Magic. And it's going to be a trilogy. It's a book I started up last year. I remember hyping it up a lot. I don't remember if I made videos talking about it here, but I definitely hyped it up a lot. So I worked on that for a bit. I've done a teensy bit more work on the new author site, and I've also started revamping a bit of the current author site to match. Like, the updates aren't up yet as of me recording this bit, but they might be as far as the video going up. But you know, so far it's been a very productive day. I took some time to read. Currently reading the book for Alan Wake. Aiming to read more this year. because I've become more of a book collector than a book reader, and I used to be an avid reader in my teens, so I'm trying to get back into that. I've been watching Star Trek Next Generation with the dog, because yes, I'm dog sitting. I'm basically manning the fort. But yeah. Been a pretty chill day. Okay, when I say I have been working on the author's site, I mean it. Because, okay, before I actually open that, let's just see how the site looks right now. This is how the author site looks as of recording this. And if we go in here, come on, Wix. We got this. Hi. But I'm slowly trying to revamp it to match, well, sort of what I've got going on with the new author site. So it's mostly this top half, and I'll be replacing this with a separate section here. But for the most part, revamping it to somewhat match. Okay, it is later in the day. It is now 5:08 p.m. on the 4th. This is basically all the same day. I really suck at vlogging. But spent a lot of time watching TV. Read a little more Alan Wake. I mean, really didn't do much else after everything this morning, because I got off to a very productive start this morning. And then after that, just chilled. Sort of treated it like a staycation, since I'm watching the house. But might as well just do some updates that I don't remember if I made or not in the beginning of the vlog, but why not? So, it is 2024. My main project for the first half is to get a hardcover version of my book Dark Pine Tales of Terror together. It's going to include 3 cut stories that I need to finish or completely start over, because I initially scrapped them because they were cut stories. They didn't fit the original vibe of the book for whatever reason, so they didn't make the final cut. But I will add those. I am currently working on illustrations for the other stories that are already in there, and I'm going to be doing those with watercolor. I've already gotten one illustration in there, and I'm proud of myself for that. And I do also have some hardcover samples on the way of another book I'm working on, my slasher thriller, There Can Only Be One. So I'm working on my other books for now while I wait for those samples to arrive, because I initially, after an issue with Lulu, because Lulu's done a lot of changes to their website, and also for some reason you have to clear your cache in order to place an order on Lulu now, or else an overlay shows up with an animation of a book flipping pages, and then a little info box will pop up in random spots that when you click it suggests getting shop pay to make transactions quicker, but if you clear your cache, apparently that overlay doesn't pop up. I don't know how that works or why that even happens, but it feels a little counterintuitive to have that pop up when you go to choose whatever payment you want to make, because then it makes it impossible to choose a payment, and most people don't immediately think, oh yeah, no, clear the cache. I didn't. I only found out through contacting their support. And that was through 2 rounds. The first round, I got an automated response on how to place an order. The second one was a bit more helpful, got in contact with an actual person, and they're the ones that suggested clearing the cache. But while I was waiting for a response from them, I decided to give Barnes & Noble Press a shot. So I ordered a copy of There Can Only Be One, or at least what's written so far for it, from there. And then when I finally figured out what the issue was with Lulu, I also printed a copy from there too, because I usually do my edit copies through Lulu. But I mean, I also want to test out the hardcovers, so I'm testing out the print quality between the two. Plus, I mean, Barnes & Noble Press uses the same printer, supposedly, as Ingram Spark, so it'll give me a chance to see the print quality for them, too. So, yeah. And I know later this year I want to release another book. I don't know if it will be There Can Only Be One, or if it'll be the first book in what is going to be a trilogy. And that's the rework of The Collectors. I don't know. It could be a completely different book. All I know is that I want to release a new book this year as well. So we'll see how things go. But for now, that's basically what we've got going.